In this video, we're going to make a Monogochi app, similar to an old game known as Tamagotchi, a virtual animation that acts sort of like a pet, but this time we make it live with our desktop. So for the start, learning basic Autoit is easy. I have included a library containing syntax descriptions together with a sample. If you have no background in Autoit or any scripting, please read the description below for a better guide on where to start. No further do we start by creating a GUI interface. Note that we needed to have no title bar and borders, so we use window pop-up constant. For the extended style table, we had three constant variables: the window extended layered, used for the update layered window, another for keeping our animation on top of other windows, and last, to make it not appear in the taskbar or in the dialog box when we Alt-tab. These constants are available in the Windows Constants script. So to be able to modify an extended layered GUI, we use Windows Application Programming Interface or WinAPI Update Layered Window. In the meantime, disregard the GDI startup. We will be needing it later. I just realized it was a bit late when I should have written it by the time it's required. For now, let's focus on WinAPI. So this built-in function is in the WinAPI system window script. The same goes for GDI, which is in the GDI plus script. Now for the parameter, it requires the handle of our GUI, so we need to provide it using a variable handle GUI. If you notice, I'm using a lowercase letter in global here when I said that I make uppercase toward global declaration. This is because when I see H at the beginning of variable, it kind of referring to a generally used handle variable. So for the rest, we provide them all, including the structure it requires. If you're unfamiliar with this, please see it in my syntax library for a visual explanation. Okay, after providing it all, we release and delete the unnecessary resources. Sometimes testing it will do the work in analyzing what we are missing. In this case, we mistakenly typed set data instead of create data, an undeclared constant variable which can be found in WinAPI constants scripts. And now all it needs is the image. Instead of having the image as a PNG file, let's put the image directly into the script by providing a converted binary string. You can go to my syntax library for more detail about this. After pasting the binary script, now it's time for our GDI plus to get in action. For starters, we need the startup and shutdown. And convert this by using bitmap create from memory to a GDI bitmap. To tie it up into layered windows, we need to use WinAPI select object, which requires converting bitmap from a GDI bitmap into a handle object for WinAPI. And it's set. And I forgot GUI state needs to be set. Now, even though GUI has width and height, the WinAPI handle display has none, resulting in 0 by 0 as its size. So let's provide it with a structure of tag size. So now it's working. All we need now is to add some stuff to prevent it from terminating the script. First, let's move the shutdown to a function named exit. This function will terminate the script when called, so we attach it to the hotkey set with the command escape. Let's also put in one function, all the script image binder, in preparation for the later script, and we add the loop statement. Let's also provide a point structure to move our image to the center, and here we have it. Now let's add an animation to it. This time I'll add 2 frames. By overriding our previous binary string to these 2 frame sprites, we also changed their sizes by 36 by 93. Now to produce 2 sprite interludes, we need to keep repeating and reattaching the sprite to the layered window. We can do this by using a loop statement or a timer. Let's rather use a timer this time. Let's put half a second as an interval for both frames. So, we provide its requirements. Now assign the required parameter to the callback function. This time we need to change the sprite position to assign the exact frame, and to do this let's first create a GDI bitmap object. This requires the size of the sprite. Let's first change this to an array, this variable, and put in one group all the information of this sprite. And then let's add a numerator so we can easily identify which element to use. Now it's set. Since we will need this bitmap object every half a second, let's not dispose of it but reuse it together with the Win API instead. Let's also move its release and deletion of the command to the exit function. Next, we get the graphics context of the newly made GDI bitmap. To this we clear its content first, then we add smoothing mode, and finally we can attach the sprite with its position. This is the x-coordinate of the upper left corner of the source image. We need to manipulate this to attach the right frame. To make this work, first, we need to record its frames and make a static to record its current frame. Also we make a statement that will change its frame by 1 every time it passes half a second. Now we can multiply it by the width of our sprite. And it's now done. Let's add 2 more actions. First, let's get the 3 sprites and combine them using Photoshop. Make sure that every frame in each action has the same size. This way we only change the size of the bitmap object when changing action and not through frames. After this, let's convert it to binary string code, and now let's override again the existing binary string. Okay, back to the script. Let's put this together with the repeatedly used variable instead of reproducing it over and over. Next, let's get their sizes. Then let's place these sizes into this array, and let's remove this enumerator's last number because it's not fixed anymore. Let's also improve our variable's name by changing this bitmap frame to bitmap frame per second. It's more likely to easily identify. Let's use this replace shortcut in changing all other same variables. Then let's put together all these initialization scripts in a function named create the animation. For the object prefab to be able to access all those variables, let's make a new global array and store them here. Then we need to update those variable links to them. While doing this, it's more likely to make an error because of neglect, especially when scripts are too long and make other values incompatible. Now that it has more than one action, let's add another element in the object array about its action. Then let's enumerate all the available actions. This 0 now needs a specific position based on the current action. This needs some more statements, so let's provide them.